Guys, the time is here. ERC 500 Gasgas. There you go. The proof is in the pudding. What do you got there, sir?
Well, I made 53 horsepower and 42, almost 43
Holy
pounds
shit.
of torque.
Guys, I want to 50, we have two maps up there. Can you take off the,
Yeah, we're comparing it to
okay,
you.
we're comparing this to my 2022 Honda CRF 450, which had 49.57 rear wheel horsepower. This has 53.12 rear wheel horsepower. I want to put that into perspective. That is over about 1 horsepower more than the CR 500. And we did have a Works Edition on here, Honda CR 450 Works Edition on here, that my friend John Major owns. That bike put down 52. That's the one with the ported heads and everything, the Honda CR 450. So that put down 52. This has more horsepower, but the proof in the pudding is in the torque. It's got 42.89 foot-pounds of torque, which we did the math, and that's a 20% increase in torque. Oh, wait, no, wait a minute. It's more than that. 42.89?
Yeah.
Guys, we just did the math. 32 divided by 0.75, which is a 25% increase, is 42.6. This has 42.8. That's 25% more torque. That's the force that keeps you moving through the deep hills and the sand. That's why people love these two-strokes for the mud. Not to mention, this motor is very easy to rebuild.
And the guy that builds these motors was explaining to us this dip here in the graft is when the power valve opens. But on the dyno, that 1,000-pound drum makes that graft do that. But riding the bike,
yeah, you don't feel it when you're riding it.
You don't feel it, and it doesn't do that.
So guys, this is, if you compare this to if Honda made a CR 500 today, a two-stroke, and just so you know, this piston, this is the Enduro version, so the chassis, so it has the big tank on it. I'm saying, zoom in here. This piston inside here is actually a Honda part number. The bore and stroke is the same as the CR 500. The difference is this one's fuel injected, it's 6-speed, it's counterbalanced, and it's got electric start, and it's in a brand new 2023 chassis. So, and it has oil injection. You can go 3 tanks of fuel to one tank of gas, so you don't have to mix the oil. So again, fuel injected, counterbalanced, 6-speed, electric start, modern frame, modern chromoly frame with the latest suspension, brakes, and components, and all the parts are available for this because this is 2023 model.
So right now, this bike just ran on map 2. These bikes come with 2 different map styles. Underneath the tank, there's a plug that goes to the ECU. When the plug is plugged into each other, it's on map 1, which is how it comes from the factory. When you unplug it, it's on map 2, which is...
It was what we just did, and it picked up 2 horsepower, so it does run better on map 2.
What was the change in map 2, Jeff?
Well, I don't remember if he said map 1 was richer and map 2 is leaner. I don't remember which one
I think he said map 2 is richer. It's meant for higher elevation.
I can tell by the fuel.
Which one did it come in again?
It came in map 1.
Oh, map 1,
So
okay.
let's look at the fuel there.
So it has a little bit more fuel,
So
right?
it's definitely leaner down low, and then it dips down, and then it finishes off at like 12.8. So
That's about where you want it, right?
yeah, it's much cleaner and comes on better with this.
Can't wait to ride it with this one. I rode it with the other map. So that's the map that's the best map for.
Let's leave this one in here. Yeah.
Well, certainly. Awesome. So there you have it, folks. It's been a long time coming, but the proof is in the pudding, and this is putting down some power. Guys, we have a full build video. I know how much you guys enjoyed the XR650 big bore build video where Jeff got a 50% power increase. Well, this bike right here, you know what we should do? Put up the 300 map. We'll show them the difference between a 300 and because this starter life is a 300. Let's show. We're going to show you. We dynoed this as a 300. We're going to show you the increase in horsepower and torque to the 500, and it is a large increase, about 10 horsepower, I think, right?
About 10 horsepower and about 10 torque as well. A little more than 10.
Guys, the proof's in the pudding. 41.94 horsepower on the stock 300. 53.12. Do the math for me on that, will you? Take 41.94 and divide it by 0.75. 41.94 divided by 0.78 is 53.7. We've got about a 22% increase in horsepower, which is pretty remarkable, and a similar increase in torque. Guys, the best part about buying one of these new Gasgas EXC or the XC, or you bought the EC,
Yep.
the Enduro version, or an MC, the motocross version, is you can buy a 250 today, ride the wheels off of it, wear out your top end. You can put a 300 top end on it for a little bit of money, run that for a while, run that one off, and ultimately, when you're ready, you buy the 500 kit, or you go full Monty and all in right off Jump Street. But there's a huge upgrade path and mountains of accessories available for this right out of the KTM KTM group and the Gasgas website. So stay tuned. We're gonna rip some houses off, some foundations, this one, and do some smoky burnouts. So we'll have some action videos coming soon. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.